Hello everybody, it's Shirley. Today I'm going to show you how I draw faces. This is the way I was taught to draw back in the day when I was just starting to learn to draw. I'm not fully self-taught. I've had some tutorial lessons with other artists. This was back when I was like 15 or 16, and I've also joined in a few societies and attended the portrait drawing classes and the life drawing modelling classes as well. But this is how I have been taught to draw faces, and it's quite simple. So what you do to begin with is you start off with like an oval. Sometimes you start with the line down the middle to begin with, but that's entirely optional how you do that. And then the eyes come down about halfway. So you're drawing the eyes. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to make everything look, straight. You don't want it wonky looking. Well, if you want it wonky looking, that's a choice if you want it to do that. But this is how I do it. So I'll measure in the eyes first. I'll make it that much. So there's the placements for the eyes. You have the same distance here and here as what's here and here. Now what I'm going to do is I like to draw in the iris, just a light sort of sketchy look, doesn't matter. And then the eye is formed across over that iris point, and you just shape it like this. Some people like to draw in the eyeball as well, just to get that tear duct in so it's proper. So if I was to do that, I would do it like this. And bring that down a bit. That's up a bit high. I might bring that one up a bit higher. Right. So I'll just put that in. That's how to get the eyes in. And then you draw in your pupil like that. And the pupils will help placement of the nose. What I do is draw a line down this way and this way for the outside of the nose. So it's from the point of that tear duct. And then to find the bridge of the nose, I take from the pupils and make it like a little crossover, and these are your nostrils. Or the outer side of the nose, and these are the nostrils. Okay. And then to find the placement for the lips, you use the nostrils either side to get that cupid bow in the middle. And then the points, the top of the lips, the points are on the outside of the nostril. see? And the corner of the mouth is usually in line with the pupil. So you just mark it like that. And then you put in the centre of the mouth and bring the edges down. And then the lips, the bottom of the lips are just in line in the same way as the points up here. You bring the corners up like that. And the chin section is usually in line with the corners of the mouth. So we'll get that chin centered like that. Just bring this face around. The neck sometimes is just where the chin sort of ends. So you can do that. But it should ideally be coming up from the ears where the, at the back there. So we'll have that. The ears, the bottom is in line with the nose and the tops sometimes are in line with the eyebrows. And then you just make like a C shape for the ear. It does help, this is lined paper, but you're getting the idea of what I'm doing here. And bring that ear down. So you've got that so far. You can sometimes bring that neck out a little bit too, to the corners. The eyebrows are generally, they come in from the corner of this eye. So they come round, if you see it like that, and they sort of end here. So start in the corner, like that. So you start in the corner and you angle it out. And you've also got the top of your nose up there. And you just curve the eyebrows around to the, just to the corner there. Okay, so that's your face done. And generally the eyebrows are darker in the middle. And I also find that there's a bit of darkness just above the pupil and just below it. It's usually a little bit darker. And if you want to put in your, like a lid, an eyelid, you just bring it around like that. Okay, now you pay attention to your light source so you know where to put the highlight in the pupil, and make sure you're not doing a cross-eyed sort of look. So if the light source is coming from this way, this part of the iris is going to be lighter and this part is going to be a little bit darker. And also because the eyelid is over the eye, you can sometimes just shade a little bit in there because there's a bit of a shadow there. So our light source is coming this way, on this side is going to be darker. And to get the nose finished up here, just bring the lines down, match it up like this, not too heavy. And the hair just sort of comes in like this if you want, and around. and it's usually a little bit up the top here. It comes down. If you're doing a girl face or a boy face, whichever. But I'm doing a girl face at the moment. This chin could come down a bit more, but I'll leave it. And you usually have a little bit here, like a little S shape for the eardrum, and a curve up here for the ear. A little bit of shading for the eardrum in here. And for the cheeks, you can bring them down like that. So you just go a little bit like that for the hair. Bring those eyebrows over a little bit if you want. And then lashes. Okay, now for shading, you can just shade a little bit in here. Maybe do a little bit of shading under here. Get a little finger in there. Another little bit of shading in there. And the lips, with the lips, the bottom lip is usually darker than the top lip. I think I might bring that chin out, that neck out a little bit more. Just look like it's a little bit too thin. And we'll get that shading up in here. And I think we can call that done. Probably not the best pencil to do this. I think it's a watercolour pencil it is too. But it gives you an idea. Let's see if I can get rid of them lines. So I just get a bit of shading in there. Like that. Some up in here. Now with the highlights too, it's usually on here, and it's also just generally in here. It's always highlighted there, and then on the chin, because those areas tend to, you know, protrude a bit. Just get some colour in there or shading in there. And that's how we can do that. Get that a little bit darker there. Okay, so that is how I draw faces. It's pretty simple taught to draw, you know, faces. Of course, if you were drawing a likeness of somebody, you'd be very particular about how you're doing your drawing and paying attention to the shape of the person's eyes, nose and mouth, and then follow on from there. But that's how it is. I think you can hear rain outside. That was a very quick look at how I draw faces. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye.